Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to the loading screen. I'm Jason. Today we're going to discuss Captain Marvel, coming to theaters March 8th. So what do we know so far? At the end of Avengers Infinity War, right before Nick Fury turns to dust, he pulls out a comm device and sends a signal to this mysterious someone. Anyone with half a brain knows this is the introduction to Captain Marvel. So this suggests that Captain Marvel is the whole key to saving half of the universe that Thanos just so unwillingly sacrificed, just so that everyone else can live and prosper. Now, I've noticed comments on Facebook and questions on forums asking, wasn't Captain Marvel originally a man? Well, technically yes and no. The Captain Marvel title has been changed since its creation in 1968 by Roy Thomas and Gene Colan. Over the years, and a few reboots later, led to Miss Marvel, which ultimately led to Carol Danvers taking the title as Captain Marvel. Now, the first cinematic trailer starts off with Carol Danvers, played by Brie Larson, falling from the sky and crash landing into the middle of a blockbuster video. If this doesn't scream the 90s, I'm not sure what would. We have a young Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson, who seems to be experiencing his own set of issues. We see S.H.I.E.L.D. in the 90s, along with a younger Agent Coulson. They ultimately want to team up with Captain Marvel, who is half Kree, half human. She explains to Fury that the Skrulls are the enemy of the Kree, and have been for thousands of years. Carol Danvers is next shown assaulting an old woman on a bus, but the old woman fights back and actually is not an old woman at all, but an undercover Skrull. The Skrulls have the ability to shapeshift into any inanimate object or person. For those that are familiar with some of the comics, this may be an introduction to Avengers' Secret Invasion. This is where the Skrulls slowly take the identity of some of the superheroes. But Carol Danvers was a jet fighter pilot in the Air Force. The scenes shown reference the movie Top Gun. One obvious reference is when Nick Fury is talking to her cat with the name Goose on its collar. Now in the comics, Carol's cat was nicknamed Chewie, which is a well-known Wookiee co-pilot with Han Solo. But Chewie was actually an alien species called Flurkin. They resembled cats and could lay up to 117 eggs and possess several other powerful abilities. We also have Jude Law, who's playing Marv-ell. I believe he's still going to portray her mentor and possibly the source of how Carol Danvers obtains her power, which has different variations throughout the years in the comics, but all fairly similar. One example is when Captain Marvel protects Carol Danvers from a radioactive explosion, and his attempt at doing so transfers his DNA and it combines with hers, giving her her power. There are many mentions to Carol Danvers' past and things she does not know about herself. Little by little, I think Carol will start to remember facts that she was never meant to remember. I think both the Skrulls and the Kree will try playing Carol against the other. But she will learn the truth to who she is, and I think she'll ultimately discover how powerful she can truly become. Now, she has to be pretty powerful to help save the universe from Thanos, who still possesses the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. But we also have Jaman Unsu playing Kolrath the Pursuer, and Lee Pace as Ronan the Accuser. So hopefully we'll get more of a backstory for these characters, which had so little screen time in the previous movies. Now overall, I'm excited for this movie. We get to see another powerful female superhero. Captain Marvel has characters that we have seen in the past, and it's introducing new alien races to new fans, allowing more directions for Marvel to go with future films. In our next video, Sam is going to do his Avengers Endgame trailer theory and analysis, mixing some comic book fact and fan theory together. If you have any requests for topics of discussion, please message us. We want to put out content that our viewers enjoy. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe below for more content in the future. Until next time.